Today we're going to do a quick unboxing of this budget camera from Amazon, and we'll get into a little bit of details of it and some footage. But first of all, it's a Cam Park is what it's called, the T20-1. This is a $64.99 camera. Canadian, so I don't know, maybe 20 bucks American, I don't know. But this particular camera claims to be 1080p. However, I do know from experience that most budget cameras, anything that records video, if it's a budget one, usually the next step down. So 720p would be the best way to probably go about using this, because the 1080p slows down the processor that's in it. That's how they save money, and how it's a lot cheaper than the other $200 plus cameras or whatever. But I went ahead and got this camera in particular because it had great reviews, as well as a 120-degree lens. So most budget cameras, trail cams, have basically a laptop camera built into it. So it's pretty linear, it's narrow, it takes a picture that's kind of zoomed a little bit. So you really gotta angle it to get like the full footage. So this one here being 120, it actually uses still a cheap lens, but it's a better lens. It would be used on a cheaper budget video camera per se. What that does is that allows me to view more area and have the camera closer to the animal and get more shots, which is going to be great to be able to provide you guys with decent footage as well. So with that being said, we'll jump into it. I'll show you what's inside the box. So first off, we'll have, this is a customer appreciation letter. So just lay that aside. Just some coupons and a little info card. So this is the camera itself, and inside here, I'll take that away. We have the accessories and the user manual. For the camera itself, look how small that is. It is a small camera, very lightweight. So this camera, if you open it up, takes 4 AA batteries, has a small display screen, which I find very beneficial, especially for a budget camera. These display screens are awesome. You don't have to bring a laptop in with you or anything. So I'm going to go ahead, throw in 4 AA batteries. These are the batteries I use, EBL batteries, rechargeable. They're pretty cheap, and they work great. I will put a link for the camera and the batteries in the description. I'm going to go ahead and remove the film off the screen. That's it. Down here you have your on-off switch. You can hook up a audio-video cable, and you can hook up a external power supply, and you have your USB as well. So to turn it on, you're going to flick it all the way over here, and that will be active as a trail cam. In the middle is your setup. So, memory card missing, of course. I got to put a memory card in there, don't I? I got a 64 gigabyte memory card that I'm putting in them. And that is the inside. That is the outside. I'm going to go ahead and remove the film from here as well. So let's run through the menu. So looking at the menu, you'll see I can click on this button here. That brings me into the menu screen. I have mode, which now I can hit OK. I can choose between photo, video, or photo and video. It's pretty generic, same as all the other budget cameras and most cameras out there, to be honest. I'll go back here. We can change our photo resolution. I'm going to change it down to, well, for pictures I'll keep it at 16 because it's just still image anyways. For photo series, 1 photo, 2 photos in series, 3 photos in series, so you can take, you know, just a 1 photo and then the video, 2 photos in the video, so on and so forth. I'll keep it at 1. Video resolution, I'm going to keep it at 720p because, as I said, 720p seems to work best on these budget cameras from experience. 1080p, the processor is going to cause a lot more blur effect and stuff like that. The image will be sharper when the animal is stationary, not moving, but 720 is just better all around. You got video length, 45 seconds, that's good. I'm going to keep it on 45 seconds for you guys. Audio recording, you're going to want the audio. Keep in mind though that the microphone for these cameras are on the inside, so it's behind the door. It's going to sound muffled, the quality's not all there. You know, it is a budget cam, so you kind of get what you pay for, but this is a awesome option by the looks of it. Shot lag, so that's between like your videos and your pictures. What's the time between do you want it set at? I'm going to change mine probably to, let's say 15 minutes. We'll go 10 minutes. Because the bears tend to like to stay around the site, and sometimes they'll camp out right next to where the trail cam is recording, and they'll fill up your card pretty quick. Sensitivity, we'll keep it on recommended, which is middle. You don't want it going off with just a bit of rain or anything like that. And then this thing has a time lapse function, which we're not going to get into right now, but I can set it up so it takes a picture or a video every day at a certain time, which will be great for if you have a greenhouse or something and you want to watch it grow over the season and put a little video together afterwards. And you have language and then date and time. I'm going to go ahead and set the date and time for today. So now you have the date and time is set. You have photo stamp. I'm going to keep the photo stamp on this camera. And password protect, beep sound. It's kind of annoying. I don't like having those artificial sounds when I'm in the woods anyways. Turn that off. And then format memory card, which I will do and I recommend, because sometimes these things, they format them in a particular way that it needs to be formatted before it works properly. Serial number, reset settings, version, and then we're back. So that's it. Now, if I want to go ahead and start recording video footage on this, I just click this switch down here all the way over, like that. You'll see a little countdown. Once that hits 0, it switches over. Now it's active. It'll start recording. So, turn that off. So now we're just going to look at the accessories. So, accessories comes with some screws. I wouldn't put those into a tree. They're pretty small. I would upsize those screws for sure, but probably okay if you're just mounting at home in like gyprock or something like that. It has the disc, which this attaches to in the back of here, charging cable, and the strap. I don't trust these straps. They're plastic. They're cheap, but they'll get the job done if you need to. This particular camera, I'm going to be setting up higher in a tree, so the angles are going to be a little different, but I don't have a case for it. I prefer not to have the bears chew them up, so I'll be setting this one up higher in a tree. What I do like about this bracket is that it has the wing nuts you can use for your fingers. Some of them don't come with that, and some of them has little tiny dinky ones, but these are kind of offset, which makes it really easy to crank down on it, because they tend to want to move pretty easily for the most part. But this one seems to be pretty solid. And well, I haven't been exactly truthful with you guys, but I went ahead, I actually have 3 of these. 2 of them are already set up at my bear site, because I wanted to show you guys some of the footage at the 720p, a little bit how it is raw, and then a little bit of post editing to show you guys the quality that you get from this and what you can create from it. And I can bring you guys more footage, trail cam footage. So I bought 3 of these. This one I kept for the review. 2 are already set up at the site, which is currently active. I'm going to go ahead and play some footage there now that I have out at the bear site. Was set to 720p. Keep in mind, I turned off the timestamp. On this one, I will keep the timestamp on, but it was just to kind of remove it so I can provide some good footage for you guys without having a big timestamp on the bottom of it with all that information that's not really required, just for viewing purposes. So This one here, I'll keep the timestamp on because I'm going to need to know when the bears are coming in, exactly what time they're leaving, things like that, so I can get in there and kill the bear when the time comes. Well, there we have it, guys. That is the Campact T20-1 trail cam, approximately 65 bucks Canadian. It's actually a good camera for what it is, and what makes it different than the rest is the size. It takes half the amount of batteries, and the type of lens that's in it. It's not your traditional just laptop computer lens that comes with these cheap cameras. This actually has a bit more of a dome lens, which provides a wide angle 120 degree shot. It's not nearly as narrow as most of them, so I'm impressed for what it is. It functions, it does what it's supposed to do, especially for a budget camera, and I recommend it. I do. I'm not going to be shooting any Hollywood movies with it or anything like that, but it does what it's supposed to do. I'm going to know when the bears are coming in, I'm going to know when the bears are leaving, and I'm going to know the size of the bears. So, thanks for watching this quick review. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I've had an influx of subscribers in the last like 2 days. I've gotten a jump. I mean, in the grand scheme, a lot of people might not think it's a lot, but for me it's a lot. So welcome aboard. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and thanks for showing me the support, and I'll continue bringing you guys footage to the best of my ability. And now that I have 3 non-paying cameramen strapped to a tree in the woods, I'll be able to get some more footage for you guys as well, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So thanks for watching it, appreciate it, see you on the next one.